Be me, invisible high school ghost. Walk through halls like a phantom. No friends, no purpose, just void. Silence is my only faithful companion. Lunch break spent staring at walls. Eating dirt while the world turns. Find solace in the music wing. Dusty practice room becomes my sanctuary. Old acoustic guitar sits in corner. Pick it up, strum a chord. Sound fills the empty space inside. Music drowns out the constant sorrow. Weeks pass in this lonely ritual. Just me and the 6 strings, playing songs for no one listening. Door creaks open one rainy Tuesday. Light floods into my dark cave. Look up, heart stops in chest. She stands there dripping with rain. Hair like spun gold, eyes emerald. Never seen anything so terrifyingly beautiful. She smiles and the room brightens. Forget how to breathe for seconds. She points at the guitar case. Asks if she can stay a while. Nod like a complete idiot mute. She sits down, pulls out violin. Silence stretches, thick with awkward tension. She starts playing a soft melody. Notes weave together with my chords. Harmony rises from the dusty air. We play until the bell rings. She packs up, smiles once more. Says her name is Ella, soft. Name echoes in my head all day. Return to the room next day, praying she might show up again. She is there waiting for me. We play for hours, no words. Music speaks what we cannot say. Become inseparable in a matter of weeks. She is the sun, I'm shadow. She drags me out of darkness. We eat lunch together every day. People stare at us, confused pair. Loser ghost and the golden girl. She doesn't care, laughs at them. Her laugh is a dangerous drug. Addicted to her presence, her scent. Fall deeper in love every second. She touches my arm, skin burns. Casual contact feels like electric fire. Tell myself it is just friendship. She talks about boys, I listen. Swallow the bile rising in throat. Nod and smile through the agony. She dates a guy named Pete. Pete is tall, athletic, confident, rich. Everything I am not, naturally perfect. Watch them hold hands in hallway. Stomach twists into a tight knot. She looks happy, so I pretend. Pretend I am happy for her. Night spent staring at the ceiling. Wishing I was anyone but me. Wishing I had the guts to speak. Fear of rejection seals my lips. Fear of losing her is worse. Rather be a friend than nothing. Years pass, we move to college. She gets into the same school. Fate plays a cruel, twisted joke. We share a dorm, strictly platonic. See her every morning, sleepy eyes. Torture of proximity is a blade. She makes coffee, hums a tune. We sit on the balcony, watching the world go by below. She rests her head on shoulder. Smell her shampoo, vanilla and rain. Heart hammers against ribs like cage. She sighs, content in my arms. She has no idea I'm dying. Dying 1,000 deaths right there. Pete visits on weekends, breaks peace. Hear them through the thin walls. Put on headphones, crank the volume. Music cannot drown out the imagination. Lie in bed, tear-stained pillow. Pathetic loser crying over another's girl. She knocks on my door later. Asks if I am okay, concerned. Lie through my teeth, say yes. Just tired, studying hard, nothing wrong. She believes me, or pretends to. She hugs me goodnight, lingers long. Warmth of her body haunts sleep. Dreams are filled with her face. Wake up sweating, alone in dark. Cycle repeats day in, day out. She breaks up with Pete eventually, crying on my shoulder for hours. Hold her tight, stroking her hair. Whisper empty comforts into her ear. Secret hope blooms in dark heart. Maybe now is my only chance. Maybe she will finally see me. She looks up, eyes red, puffy. Says I am her best friend. Words cut deeper than any knife. Best friend, the eternal friendzone curse. Bury the hope deep down again. Help her move on, pick up pieces. We go on road trips together. Driving aimlessly with the radio loud. Singing at the top of lungs. Wind in hair, she looks free. Take a picture of her laughing. Keep it as a sacred relic. Moment of pure, unadulterated perfection. Fleeting joy before the reality returns. She meets someone new very soon. Guy named Mark, musician, cool, edgy. Of course he plays the guitar. Of course he is better than me. Watch history repeat itself in slow motion. Watch history repeat itself in slow motion. Mark plays chords on his acoustic guitar. She stares at him with starry eyes. Looks like she found her missing soulmate. I sit quietly in the dark corner, nursing a warm beer, feeling invisible. He finishes the song with a flourish. She claps loudest, beaming with pure pride. I clap too, hands numb and cold. Forced smile hurts my face muscles. Mark leans in and kisses her cheek. She giggles, a sound I rarely cause. Pain radiates from chest to stomach. Gut twists like a wet, dirty rat. They ignore me, lost in their world. I am the furniture in their romance, just a background character in their movie. Later, we walk to the parking lot. I walk behind them, head bowed low, watching their hands brush against each other, fingers interlaced, locking me out completely. Drive them to the nearest dive bar. Acting as the designated driver once again. Silence in the car is deafeningly loud. Only their whispers break the heavy air. Mark tells a joke, not even funny. She laughs like it is pure gold. I chuckle softly, seeking some validation. Mark glances back, eyes cold and empty. He does not see me as human, just a tool to facilitate their night. We arrive and find a booth seat. They sit together on one side. I sit opposite, facing their united front. Order drinks for them, water for me. Mark talks about his band and dreams, generic dreams of fame and adoration. She hangs on every single generic word. I nod along, feigning interest in him. Inside, I am screaming a silent scream. Why can she not see through him? His shallow water posing as deep. He is a caricature of a man. But she sees a poet, a savior. Night drags on, an endless torture session. Mark puts his arm around her shoulder, pulls her close, claiming his territory. She rests her head on his chest, looks at me with happy glazed eyes, says she is so glad I came, says I am such a good friend. The word friend tastes like ash now. I check my phone, pretending to care, fake a text from a non-existent person, say I have to go home early. They barely protest, already moving on. Walk out alone into the cold night, drive home in silence, radio turned off. Darkness of the road matches my soul. Get home and stare at the ceiling. Replay every moment of the night again, dissecting her glances for hidden meanings, finding nothing but platonic affection there. Sleep comes only after hours of tossing. Dreams are filled with her laughing face. Wake up tired, the cycle begins again. Weeks pass, blurring into a gray haze. She texts me less and less now, only when Mark is busy or asleep, or when she needs advice about him. Mark forgot her birthday, she is sad. I rush over with cake and flowers. She cries, thanking me for being there. We eat cake on her living floor. She says Mark is just very stressed, making excuses for his obvious lack of care. I nod, agreeing with her lies, protecting her delusion to keep her close. If I tell truth, she will leave. So I feed the lie, starving myself. Mark calls late, drunk and apologetic. She forgives him instantly, face lighting up. I am forgotten again, trash on floor. Leave quietly while she talks to him. Door clicks shut, sealing my fate outside. Rain starts falling, mixing with hot tears. Drive to the bridge at edge of town. Look down at the black rushing water. Wonder if the cold would feel better. Shake the dark thoughts from my head. Not yet, I still have a role. I am the safety net, the backup. Wait for the inevitable crash to come. Mark starts showing his true colors soon. Subtle digs at her clothes and friends. She laughs it off but looks hurt. Tell her he is just being joking. Gaslighting her on his behalf for her. Sick, twisted logic of a desperate man. I want her happy, even with him. But deep down I want it to fail. Want him to break her heart open, so I can be the one fixing. Guilt eats me alive for thinking this. Am I the villain in this story? Maybe I am the monster under bed, waiting for the hero to fall asleep. Summer turns to autumn, leaves turn brown. Mark loses his job at the record store, becomes moody, snaps at her for nothing. She comes to my place to escape. We watch movies, sitting slightly too far. Tension in the room is thick, heavy. I want to reach out, touch hand, but the invisible wall is made of steel. She falls asleep on my couch. Cover her with a blanket, gentle touch. Watch her chest rise and fall rhythmically. Urge to confess love is a physical pain. Throat constricts, heart hammers against rib cage. Retreat to my room, close the door. Punch the pillow until knuckles are raw. Scream into the mattress, muffled and pathetic. Next morning she is gone before waking. Note on the counter says thank you. Mark's name written with a little heart. Crumple the note and throw it away. Burn with jealousy, hot and searing red. Decide to distance myself for a while. Stop answering texts immediately, wait hours. She notices, asks if I am mad. Say I am just busy with work. Lie comes easy, practiced over years. She accepts it, too focused on Mark. Weeks of silence, the gap grows wide. Isolation feels like a cold, damp blanket. Check her social media like a stalker. Photos of them looking happy and perfect. Captions about love and soulmates and forever. Stomach churns, vomit rises in my throat. Throw phone across the room, crack screen. Stare at the spiderweb fracture on glass. Broken reflection staring back at me. Halloween approaches, big party is planned. She begs me to come, please come. Says Mark will be on best behavior. Says she misses her best friend. I cave in, weak and spineless man. Put on a costume, mask hiding face. Fitting since I wear one every day. Arrive at the party, music is loud. People dancing, sweating, drinking, forgetting life. Spot them across the room, holding court. Mark is dressed as a rock star. She is his groupie, adoration in eyes. Make my way to the open bar. Drink whiskey straight, burning the throat. Liquid courage to face the long night. She sees me, waves, comes over running. Hugs me tight, smells like vanilla perfume. Scent triggers memories of better, simpler times. Mark follows, beer in hand, smirking. Slaps my back, force a bit too hard. Asks how the single life is treating. Says I should find a girl tonight. Points out random girls, treating them like meat. She laughs nervously, looking at her feet. I shrug, sipping the burning amber liquid. Say I am good, focusing on career. Mark laughs, calls me a boring old man. Drags her away to the dance floor. Watch them move together, bodies in sync. Jealousy is a living thing inside me, eating my organs, leaving me hollow. Go outside to smoke, bad habit returns. Cool air feels good on burning skin. Hear voices around the corner, hushed tones. Recognize Mark's voice, low and angry. Peek around the edge of the building. Mark is yelling at her, face red. She is crying, mascara running down cheeks. Gripping her arm, fingers digging into skin. Rage flares up, white-hot blinding light. Step forward to intervene, save the day. She sees me, eyes go wide, terrified. Shakes her head, pleading me to stop. Mouth word no, silent, desperate plea. Mark turns, sees me, releases her arm. Smiles that fake, predatory shark smile. Says everything is fine, just a discussion. Puts arm around her, she flinches slightly. I stand there, fists clenched at sides. Impotent rage boiling in my veins. She leads him away, back inside. Leaves me standing alone in the cold. Realized I am not the hero here. I am the spectator of a tragedy. Walk back inside, music hurts ears. Bass thumps against my hollow chest. Room spins with lights and noise. Mark is laughing, holding a beer. Switch has flipped, he is charming. Everyone surrounds him, the party king. She stands beside him, head bowed. Fixing her hair, hiding her face. I see the redness around eyes. She forces a smile, looks fragile. Mark pulls her close, possessive grip. Fingers dig into her soft waist. She flinches, then leans into him. It makes me sick to watch. Grab a drink from the cooler. Beer tastes like copper and ash. Retreat to the corner, shadows welcome. Watching them perform their fake play. Mark tells a joke, crowd roars. She laughs too, but sound is hollow. Like a bell with a crack. Our eyes meet across the room. A second of raw, naked pain. She looks away fast, breaking contact. Mark whispers something in her ear. She nods quickly, obedient and small. Rage simmers low in my gut. Powerless to stop this slow crash. Hours bleed into a gray blur. Party winds down, people filtering out. Mark waves at me, big smile. Says they are heading out now. Tells me to get home safe. The irony tastes bitter on tongue. Watch them walk to his car. He opens door, shoves her inside. Not gentle, just efficient and cold. Taillights fade into the dark night. I am left standing in gravel. Cold wind bites through my jacket. Walk home alone under streetlights. City is asleep, only I remain. Apartment is dark, silence is loud. Throw keys on the cheap table. Collapse onto the lumpy mattress. Stare at the water stain above. Replay the scene over and over. Her terrified face, his angry voice. The way she surrendered so easily. Why did I not do more? Cowardice is a heavy, wet blanket. Sleep comes in fitful, sweating starts. Dream of her crying my name. Wake up gasping, room is empty. Sun cuts through the dusty blinds. Headache pounds behind my tired eyes. Check phone hoping for a sign. Nothing but spam and game alerts. Drag myself to the small shower. Water-scalded skin, wash away guilt. Dress in wrinkled clothes, feeling numbness. Drive to work, autopilot takes over. Radio chatter is just static noise. Sit at desk, stare at screen. Numbers blur into meaningless black shapes. Cannot focus, mind drifts to her. Wonder if she is okay today. Wonder if Mark is still angry. Phone buzzes, heart jumps in throat. It is just the group chat. Mark posting memes, acting totally normal. Psycho behavior, pretending nothing ever happened. Others react with laughs and likes. I stare at the glowing screen. Want to type something, expose him. Fingers hover over the glass keyboard. Delete the words, fear takes hold. Fear of losing the friend group. Fear of making things worse for her. Put phone away, face down on desk. Day drags on, hours feeling like years. Drive home is a blur again. Stop at liquor store, buy whiskey. Need something to drown the thoughts. Cashier asks if I am okay. Mutters something, grab the brown bag. Back in the apartment, pour drink. Burn feels good, distraction from pain. Open social media, bad habit forms. Stalk her profile, looking for clues. New photo posted an hour ago. Selfie of them, smiling and happy. Caption says, love my baby forever. Lies tailored for the digital world. Zoom in on her sad eyes. Shadows under them are poorly hidden. Mark's arm is draped around her. Like a chain claiming his property. Throw phone across the empty room. It hits the wall, loud crack. Drink more, bottle goes down fast. Room starts to spin, darkness comes. Pass out on the couch again. Wake up to banging on door. It is Saturday, nearly noon now. Stumble over trash to the door. Open it, squinting against the light. It is Mark standing there grinning, holding a six-pack of beer. Pushes past me into my home. Asks why I am sleeping late. Acts like my best friend again. I close the door, feeling trapped. He sits on my messy couch. Cracks a beer, offers me one. Decline, stomach is turning inside out. He starts talking about last night. Says she was being crazy emotional. Says women are impossible to handle. Laughs, expects me to join in. I force a weak, dry chuckle. Betraying her with my own silence. He says he put her straight. Says she knows her place now. Blood runs cold in my veins. Ask him what he means exactly. He waves hand, dismissive and vague. Says they are good, don't worry. Changes subject to football and games. I sit there hating him silently. Hating myself even more than him. He stays for an hour, leaves. Apartment feels dirtier after he goes. Need to see her, need proof. Need to know she is safe. Wait until evening, shadows get long. Text her, keep it casual, light. Ask if she saw the movie. Stare at the three dots bouncing. She is typing, stopping, typing again. Heart hammers against my rib cage. Reply comes, short and very polite. Says she is busy, maybe later. Tone is robotic, not her style. Realize Mark might be watching phone. Or maybe she is just done. Done with me witnessing her shame. Throw phone on the couch cushion. Pace the small room, walls closing. Need to get out, breathe air. Walk to the park nearby. Sit on bench, watch families pass. They look happy, normal, worlds apart. Sunsets painting sky in red. Red like the anger in Mark. Red like the flags I ignored. Decide to drive past their house. Stupid idea, stalker behavior, I know. Cannot stop the impulse, limbs move. Drive slowly down their quiet street. House is dark, only TV flickering. Blue light dances in the window. See silhouette move across the light. It is him pacing the room. Holding something, maybe a drink bottle. Do not see her shadow anywhere. Panic starts to rise in throat. Maybe she is in the bedroom. Maybe she is crying alone again. Grip steering wheel until knuckles white. Want to crash through the door. Want to take her away tonight. But I just keep driving past. Circle the block, park down street. Watch the house from the dark. Become the creeper in the night. Hating what I have turned into. Lights go out downstairs, house sleeps. Sit there for another hour, waiting. Nothing happens, just silence and wind. Start engine, drive back to hell. Week passes in a gray haze. Avoid the group, make up excuses. Say I am sick, working late. Cannot look Mark in the eye. Friday night comes, phone buzzes again. Mark is calling, persistent and loud. Ignore it once, twice, then answer. He asks where I have been. Voice sounds edgy, tight with stress. Says I need to come over. Says she is asking for me. That stops me dead in tracks. She never asks for me openly. Something is wrong, alarm bells ring. Ask him why she wants me. He laughs, sound is not right. Says she wants a game night. Says we need to bond again. I agree, hang up the phone. Hands are shaking, keys rattle loud. This feels like a trap waiting. Or maybe a cry for help. Drive over fast, speeding through lights. Pull into driveway, heart is pounding. House looks normal, porch light on. Walk to the door, take breath. Knock 3 times, hollow wood sound. Door opens, she is standing there, wearing a long-sleeve sweater inside. It is summer, heat is stifling. She smiles, but it doesn't reach. Eyes are dull, flat, lifeless pools. Mark appears behind her, hand on shoulder. Squeezes, she stands straighter, rigid posture. Welcomes me in, voice too loud. Smell of stale beer and tension. Walk into the living room, sit. Coffee table is covered in bottles. Atmosphere is thick, heavy like lead. We start playing some board game. Mark is aggressive, moves pieces hard. She plays quietly, making no noise. I try to catch her eye. She refuses to look at me. Stare at her sleeves, long cuffs. Wonder what is hiding beneath fabric. Mark makes a joke about her. Says she is stupid at strategy. She laughs, agrees she is dumb. Self-deprecating, learned behavior for survival. I say she is playing fine. Mark glares at me, eyes dark. Says I always take her side. Silence falls, awkward and very sharp. Tension is a wire ready to snap. Mark stands up, needs another beer. He walks to the kitchen swaying. The floorboards creak under his weight. Room is silent, just clock ticking. I look at her, she flinches. Ask her if she is okay. She nods quickly, looking at door. Eyes are wide with pure terror. Pulls her sleeves down over hands. Fabric is worn, frayed at edges. I reach out to touch arm. She pulls away like I burned her. Please don't, she whispers, voice shaking. He will see, she adds softly. He is always watching, she says. I pull my hand back slowly. Feel like an intruder in this. Mark yells from the dirty kitchen. Asks where the bottle opener went. Voice booms, rattling the thin walls. She jumps up to help him. Coming Mark, she yells back falsely. Voice pitched high, trying to please. I am left alone on sofa. Feel sick to my stomach now. Hear glass shatter in the kitchen. Shout of anger, sound of slap. Sound is wet, heavy, fleshy impact. Freeze in place, cowardice takes hold. Do not move to help her. My legs feel like heavy lead. She comes back, holding her cheek. Mark follows, laughing at his clumsiness. Slippery fingers, he jokes, eyes cruel. Red mark forming on her face. Fingerprint outlines visible on pale skin. Says she slipped on wet floor. Lie is obvious to us both. Mark challenges me with his stare, daring me to say something about it. I look down at my shoes. Be careful, I mumble weakly. Hate myself for those pathetic words. I stand up to leave immediately. Cannot stomach this scene any longer. Mark mocks me for leaving early. Says I am a boring guest. I offer no defense, just nod. She walks me to the door. Mark stays on couch, changing channels. We stand in the open doorway. Cool night air hits my face. Look at her one last time. Want to save her right now. Want to grab her hand, run. But I am paralyzed by fear. Call me if you need anything. She shakes her head, eyes dead. Better if you go, she says. Closes the door in my face. Lock clicks shut instantly, loud sound. Drive home in total, heavy silence. Hands shaking on the steering wheel. Pull over to vomit on roadside. Bile burns throat, tears fill eyes. Hate myself more than ever before. Coward, 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 I scream aloud. Go to bed, stare at ceiling. Cannot sleep, hear her voice constantly. Next few weeks are a blur. Go to work, come home, sleep. Check my phone every 10 seconds. No texts, no calls, just silence. See them posted on social media. Happy photos, smiling faces, fake lies. She wears scarves in every picture. Even indoors, even in the heat. Hiding the marks he leaves there. I stop going to our hangouts. Cannot bear to see them together. Month later, run into her alone. She is at the pharmacy counter, buying concealer and heavy foundation. She looks 20 years older now. Shoulders hunched, trying to disappear completely. Sunglasses on, though it is night. Try to avoid her, feeling guilty. But our paths cross in aisle. She sees me, drops a bottle. Makeup spills on the linoleum floor. I am sorry, she says, panic rising. She thinks I am him momentarily. Realizes it is me, relaxes slightly. But then the fear returns double. You cannot be here, she hisses. He is waiting in the car. I see the bruise on neck, poorly hidden by a silk scarf. Let me help you, I beg. No, you make it worse, she says. He hates when you look at me. He punishes me for your stares. My heart shatters into million pieces. I am part of her torture. My love is a weapon against her. I am sorry, I whisper, backing away. I won't look anymore, I promise. She buys her makeup, hands trembling. Rushes out to the waiting car. I watch her get in passenger side. Mark hits the gas, tires screech. Left standing in the pharmacy aisle, surrounded by bright lights and products. Feel like the villain of story. 3 months pass, winter arrives slowly. Snow covers the ground outside now. Haven't seen her since that day. Deleted her from all social media. Couldn't watch the slow decay anymore. 2 in morning, phone lights up. Unknown number calling my cell phone. Usually ignore these, but I answer. Silence on the other end initially. Heavy breathing, shaking, jagged breaths. Anon, voice is barely a whisper. Heart slams against my rib cage. I am here, I say immediately. I don't know what to do. Where are you, I ask her. Locked in the bathroom, she says. He is asleep, I think asleep. Did he hurt you, I ask. I think my arm is broken. Panic cold and sharp hits me. I am coming to get you. No, he has a gun now. My blood freezes in my veins. A gun, I repeat, feeling faint. Bought it for protection, she says. But he waves it around drunk. I am so scared, she cries. Stay on the line, I say. Pulling on my boots, grabbing keys. Do not hang up, please don't. Battery is dying, she whispers softly. I am driving, almost there now. Speeding down icy roads, reckless abandon. Red lights mean nothing to me. Just need to reach her in time. House comes into view, lights off. Park down the street, engine off. Run through the snow to door. It is locked, windows are dark. Can hear shouting from inside now. He is awake, he found her. Scream of terror cuts the night. I kick the front door hard. Wood splinters, door flies open wide. Rush into the dark living room.